This photo is one of the most infamous tornado photos in history. This is from the 1965 Palm Sunday outbreak on April 11th, 1965. Now, originally, this tornado, which you now see has split into two tornadoes, was one F4 tornado headed towards Goshen in northern Indiana. Just before hitting the Midway Trailer Park, which is in this general area right here, it split into two separate funnels, each rotating independently. So this one's spinning and this one is also spinning. Both of these were at F4 intensity. However, they both followed the exact same track, producing one single damage path. But it was called the Palm Sunday tornado outbreak for a reason, because it produced 55 tornadoes from Arkansas all the way up into Indiana, Ohio, and Michigan, with 18 of those tornadoes being F4, 17 of those F4s having been touched down in about a 16-hour period. In fact, it was so prolific in such a small area that this is the first F4 to hit Goshen, Indiana that day. About 45 minutes later, another F4 traveled basically the exact same path, but went just north of the Midway Trailer Park, so close that people who were doing search and rescue in the trailer park itself took pictures of it as it traveled by. Across the entire outbreak from April 10th to April 12th, 1965, 266 people were killed, nearly 4,000 were injured, and the tornadoes combined to cause about $12 billion worth of damage in today's dollars. Many of these tornadoes caused some incredibly strange damage, like this house that was picked up and moved slightly onto its side. In one story, a plane wing was picked up in northern Indiana and deposited in southern Michigan about 35 miles away, meaning that it was sustained in the air for 35 miles. Now, April 11th, 1965 still stands as the fourth deadliest day of tornadoes on record. And there's a number of reasons that this particular day was so deadly. Number one is that it was the first warm day in a while that people could go outside and enjoy the weather. So they were away from radios, they were in church for Palm Sunday, things like that. They could not receive the warnings as they came over the radio. Additionally, at this time, they didn't use what we now know as tornado sirens for tornadoes. They were air raid sirens left over from World War II. So they didn't activate tornado sirens to let people know that tornadoes were coming, because they simply weren't tornado sirens at that point. Now, forecasters did put out severe weather alerts beforehand because they knew that there would be some form of severe weather outbreak on this day, but people did not understand the difference between a forecast and an alert. So they came up with the watch versus warning system that we still use to this day, that was officially implemented in 1966 as a direct result of the Palm Sunday outbreak.